With me now is Dr. Eileen Marty, professor of infectious diseases at Florida International University. Dr. Marty helped Miami-Dade County write its reopening rules. Dr. Marty, can you shed a little bit of light on what the governor was talking about there? Are there people who are dying in car accidents being counted as COVID deaths?
We haven't seen anything to that effect in our county, and I cannot verify any validity to that statement. However, we do have to be very careful about who's collecting the data and to assure that the data is accurate.
Floridians are now saying that there should be a mandatory mask order. They're also saying the virus is out of control. Are you seeing more people take their own behavior, what they can control, into their own hands, and social distancing, wearing masks in a way that would mean that they don't need to rely on the governor if he is so unwilling to act?
Well, it's very different in different counties of Florida because the mayor of each county makes the determination for his or her county. So in Miami-Dade, we have a mandatory mask order, and we also have civil fines for individuals not wearing masks. And then on top of the Miami-Dade rules, each individual city in the League of Cities imposes their own mask rules. So, for example, in Miami Beach, there are even stricter mask regulations. The bottom line is, as you know, the Surgeon General is here today talking with Mayor Jimenez from Miami-Dade and encouraging everyone to use masks and use them properly, because invariably they are one of the tools that are in our toolbox right now that everyone can use to really help bring down the case numbers. But whatever tool you do use, you always have to remember it's one of the tools, and we have to use all of the tools, and we have to do it in a coordinated and proper way so that we can truly make an impact on this horrific outbreak.
If everybody did start wearing masks, say the governor reverses himself and makes a mandatory mask order, and say people actually listen to it, could you avoid shutting down areas of Florida again?
So I'm not the Oracle of Delphi, but if in fact people did all consistently wear masks, it would have a very significant impact on this outbreak. And if in addition to that, they also made sure they practice hygiene and respiratory etiquette and all the other, the physical distancing, all the other caveats that we've been telling people to do, and took this virus seriously, yes, we could get this thing under control without having to have further lockdown. But whether that'll happen, well.
You know, we have been having the same conversation since March. You would think at this point, as the virus spreads, as more people are affected by it, as the science becomes clear, even now as the president is somewhat endorsing masks, that people wouldn't be arguing about it any longer, that it would just be something that we all did, like putting a seatbelt on. It's not infringing on your freedom. It's keeping you and others safe. Dr. Eileen Marty, thanks so much for joining us and offering all of your expertise and giving us some clarity about what's going on there. We appreciate it.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.